What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I am Akabane101, and today I am presenting to you a game between Desrow, spawning in the bottom left corner of Xel'Naga Caverns, and on the top right corner of Xel'Naga Caverns we do see that Waka, spawning as the red Protoss, is his opponent. And just before the game does start, I do want to say that I'll be starting a daily on February 27th on twitch.tv/ProEliteGamer at 7 p.m. Eastern if you guys do want to go and check that out. It's going to be covering lots of analysis on different ways to play the game and learn to be a better Pro Elite gamer. Yeah. Aw, yeah. So I hope you guys go ahead and check that out. All the links will be in the description if you want to check that out. So let's get on to the game. I'm going to speed it up just a little bit because in most Protoss vs. Protoss games, the first little bit is a bit mere. Of course, both players going to be going for that uber good chrono boost. Do love to see that. Very solid play by both characters, or both players, because these guys are not characters. They're lovely, lovely people. Of course, going to slow it down back to that faster speed, back to that normal fast speed that we oh so love to see StarCraft played. Both players stunning out their probes. Waka going straight for his opponent's base, as you do see that Desrow's probe going to be making sure there is no kind of trickery going on from Waka. Waka going to be sending his probe directly into Desrow's base, seeing exactly what is going on here and seeing if there's any sort of double assimilator, but no, he's going to see that Desrow's going to be going for the exact same thing right when this assimilator is finished. He's going to be putting a few probes in here. Same when the gateway is finished, the cybernetics core will be created. Both players are most likely going to be opting to go without the zealot because zealots would take too long to get across the map, so it's in turn better to go for that cybernetics core before you go for that first zealot in the game, just because from here to here it will just take a little bit too long. Waka's probe going to be dancing around his opponent's base. No doubt Desrow's probe will be dancing around his opponent's base, just seeing exactly what the heck is going on. And once those zealots pop out, they will be going after those probes like a cat going after yarn, because that is a good analogy, I would say. If you want to compare it to that, both players are going to be saving up their chrono boost very solid, because then they'll both be able to chrono boost out their warp gate technology, and just like the cat chasing its yarn, it's like, hey, give me that yarn back. I'm going to be chasing that yarn. Yeah, that zealot's going to be chasing that probe as much as it possibly can. Desrow's probe, though, does in turn get to stay in his opponent's base for a little bit longer. Another thing to note is that both players are actually going to be going most likely for an assimilator. Is there going to be a assimilator here in just a small moment? I do not know. But another thing to note is that Waka's probe actually stole 7 minerals from this rich mineral field. Definitely something to note, and looks like Desrow's probe, looks like it almost died, but this could be a little bit of a conflict here in the middle at the right Xel'Naga tower, and who will prevail? Both zealots going at it with the stalker supporting them, and looks like both players are not actually able to win. That was a complete and utter tie. Both stalkers actually receiving absolutely no damage at all. 2 more gateways going up from Waka, excuse me, as 2 stalkers reside in his main base. Desrow going to be sending up an extra stalker towards that Xel'Naga tower. And what is this trickery? A Twilight Council going out from Desrow, which obviously means there's going to be a fast blink. And here is the game-changing creation here. The robotics facility, meaning there's going to be immortals out in the field. Immortals are extremely good against stalkers, except when the stalkers have blink. And they can micro themselves away from that damaging immortal blast shots of doom. Another little conflict going up in here, but Desrow sending his probe back. Waka playing very intelligently, making sure he saw that probe. Going to be trying to pull back into the base so he can get a force field up, and losing 1 stalker, but placing the force field, stopping Desrow from being able to ravage him any further. The 3 stalkers are going to have to fall back from Desrow just a little bit, as this best position here would be for Waka to get a few more sentries, and here we go. He's going to get those extra sentries to allow him to get that infinite force field ability. And now we do see that Waka is going to be trying to scout, making sure there is no more pylons going up anywhere in a difficult position, because that would be very, very bad for Waka if there's any sort of offensive pylons. But if he just saw this one probe moving up to the north, which he did not, oh, they're so close, but Waka not being able to catch it in time. And therefore this probe will be moving up north and creating this pylon, which will be extremely effective for Desrow if it does not get spotted anytime soon. And Waka, looking at his main base, does not look like he wants to move out anytime soon until he gets a couple Immortals out. Going to be going for that Observer to see exactly what is outside his main base. But Waka may be going for some sort of trickery here. He may go for an offensive pylon here, but that might not be the best idea if he spawns into units at his opponent's base. Desrow making 2 more warp gates. A few stalkers are being warped in. The zealot's already moving out towards his opponent's base. If that zealot gets upside this ramp, he will allow these stalkers to blink directly into his base, because blink is done, and there we go. He's going to be picking off the mortal, and now all he has to do is take down these sentries. His opponent will have absolutely no chance in hell to take on any of these stalkers here, but Waka playing very intelligently, spawning in a few zealots here to take down any of these blunk in stalkers, and this one stalker gets beautifully microed away, just barely making it out with his life. As 3 more stalkers come into the fray. This is not looking too good for Waka, as Desrow is just going to quickly move up into the main base of Waka with beautiful blink micro, making sure that his stalkers do not get hit by any melee units. The sentries are just not going to do it, and it looks like Waka realizes that he loses this game. And that is it, folks. So I hope you guys did indeed enjoy that. I'm Akabane101. If you want to go check out my daily, it is on February 27th, so go and check that out. It's at 7 p.m. Eastern. I believe it's around like 4 p.m. PST if you are in PST time. And I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one.